don't you look at me? I've tried to be as open as I can. Why don't you look at me? I'm tired of being the invisible man. The invisible man. Oh, the invisible man.
Why, hello everyone, and a very, very, very Merry Christmas. This is Christmas with the Invisible Man. And we have all, despite what it looks like on the screen, we have all of the Invisible Mans, and of course, the wonderful Invisible Ma'am. Angela, we'll start with Angela. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fantastic, Mark. Thank you for inviting me to the show today. You're
welcome. Well, it wouldn't have been an Invisible Man show without all of the Invisible family here. Adam Feasey from Adam and the Hellcats and the show Welcome to the Madhouse. How are you doing?
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm good.
Excellent. And then there's that other guy on the screen. Who are you, strange person?
I'm that guy I am. That's what my name says. No, it's Ryan. Ryan from It's All in the Mind and the Invisible Man Show. Happy to be here and hoping everybody's having a happy and safe holiday season.
And yeah, just want to point out that Ryan's middle name is also David, but he doesn't use it even though he should. And of course, we'll see if Phil's got a surprise for us. We have no idea what it is. So hopefully he won't get fired for this. So Phil, how are you doing?
I'm slightly worried about this.
Tell me when we go live, all right? Tell me when we go live.
Oh,
Phil, we're live
Phil.
now.
That was lovely.
What?
Oh, come on.
Live now, dude.
Oh, put the way.
Hey, pardon my nakedity, but I was born this way. I'll be back. Bye, everybody.
Bill.
Merry Christmas, eh?
Man.
Bill, are you familiar with the show Seinfeld? I'm gonna buy you a bro for Christmas. Okay.
I thought it was a man's
ear. That's what I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you a man's ear for Christmas.
Okay. Yes. That was lovely. Thanks, Phil. I'm going to take this off. It's small. It's hurting my head and making me sweat. There we go. So Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. I also have a machine gun. Anyhow. No. Reference there from the world-class, the best Christmas movie ever. Anyhow. So we've been going as the Invisible Man since August 2018. So it's been just over 2 years now, and we started off just me and Ryan, and really the whole point of the show was originally just some awareness of our music that we were performing, and after maybe 4 or 5 episodes we decided let's get some guests on, and then it kind of exploded 2019, and definitely we've picked up speed 2020, where everyone else seems to be slowing down, we seem to be picking up speed. And of course,
Mark, do you know how many people you've interviewed?
Yes, we've interviewed about 32.
Ooh.
32. I may have that off by 1 or 2, but it's at least 32, I think.
Wow.
So it's
we did have a couple of repeats in 2019, 2020.
Yeah, of course. The one where that was the worst ever was, of course, Adam and the Hellcats. They were horrible. He's here.
Sorry. You love me, really, bro.
Well, we do. I love you lots. In the English way, where you can't really show it.
Oh yeah,
stick up a lip and all that,
Got to show these Canadians and how it's done.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So as Englishmen, we can show 2 emotions. We can we can be super angry or just drunk. Those are the 2 emotions we're allowed.
Yeah, typically drunk with
me. So 2020 we actually obviously expanded to from the Invisible Man Show to the Invisible Song Club with Angela. And with Welcome to the Madhouse with Adam. And we're going to talk about those.
I love that.
But I'd like to go back just to do a little bit of go back in a little more chronological order. So the first person to join us was actually Phil.
Yeah.
So Phil, how the hell did you get involved in the Invisible Man Show?
I have no idea. Next thing I knew, here I was on Facebook Live with you guys. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been 2 years. We interviewed you March or April. I think it was in March of 2019. And Phil had actually approached It's All in the Mind to provide some music for his radio show. And I think it was just one of many emails he sent out to many Winnipeg bands. And having checked him out, I sent him some music, and then I invited him on the show. And we tested for the show, just wanted to test the connection. And what was supposed to be a 5-minute test ended up being an hour and a half. Hour and a half we were talking. It was like we were old friends forever. And that very quickly then it was like, well, we got to have this guy on the show with us. And we got similar. I got a similar
and then
story.
today happened, and you're like, well, why?
Yeah, because he's always leaving us on the edge of our seats, wondering is he going to turn up before 2:00. And of course, Adam and I
would have lost the pool today. I would have lost the pool in the bet because we usually have something going to how close Phil's going to get to the actual show. I would have lost. I was figuring one minute till show. He showed up 10 minutes beforehand. I was off by 9 minutes.
So then I get the cash, right?
Sure, why not?
All right,
yeah, you'll get your cut.
Right.
You'll get your cut of the gross.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And
all of about a penny, like.
Oh, that
exactly.
much?
Well, wait. Are you talking about a British penny? Or you're talking about a Canadian penny, which doesn't exist anymore, except on electronic transitions.
But we could split a nickel.
I have a friend named Penny. She exists.
So we okay. So we all I think Adam and I have a similar story to the one with Phil, just kind of where we headed off. But I'd like to start with Angela because Angela and I have always got on. And what's your point of view? How did you get involved with the Invisible Man and the Song Club?
Did Mark drug your drink?
Was that?
Yeah.
I said, did Mark drug your drink?
No, it was a lot easier for him than that because
go like this if it's yes.
It was a lot easier than that because Mark and I actually met through Carrie Luce Forsyth, who is the lead singer for a band called Load, a Canadian indie band.
We should get them on the show.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have 5 times already.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah. She's a popular guest of the Invisible Man show. So Luce actually has a company called Ambrosia Apothecary. And when cannabis became legal, Luce wanted to educate people about the health benefits of cannabis and cannabis oil. And the fact that she wanted to do this by bringing on guest musicians and cooking with cannabis oil was incredible for me because promoting Canadian musicians is fantastic. And then on top of that, a cooking show fits so perfectly with Oh Just Eat It. So I was absolutely on board with that. And Mark was the director of this new internet live show. Well, not really live. It's filmed and edited. But Mark became the director. He worked very hard on the project. Ryan also got involved as photographer. I was photographer on the project as well. And, we all did a little bit of social media boosting for it. And it's kind of shut down through the pandemic, but we were having a great time and videos were being released regularly. And that was a really fun project. So when the project kind of slowed down and we weren't working on that anymore, Mark and I got talking. And like Mark said, we've always got on. I think the reason that we get along so well is because we're both very interested in promoting music. And we're both, in the same headspace in terms of just, working really hard to get people to pay attention to the music that's out there. So we started talking about what we could do. And I came up with the idea that it would be really nice, during lockdown and pandemic, if people could get on board with us and kind of have almost like a book club style song club so that people could give their review about music and get it become more interactive with it. So that's where the Invisible Song Club was born. And it's been a lot of fun. We haven't done very much so far, but what we have done has been just so much fun. 6 or 7 episodes, something like that. Yeah. So lots of Canadian content too. Yeah. So we had been talking, I think for months. It might have just been one of those passing phrases. Oh, we should do something together. We should do something. And what prompted me to
to contact Angela in at the end of this summer was that she had been pushing out and creating some great content promoting bands, and it was like such high quality stuff. It's like, okay, I can't wait anymore. So we got to do it. We got to do it now. I didn't have a plan other than let's do some reviews. Then it was Angela's idea to make a song club. Yeah, so when you find talents, we want to kind of work together. Don't want to kind of do it all on our own, do we? So we can all help each other out. Now, of course.
Well, the cool thing about social media, that I think the bands should try to recognize as well, is that the way that it works best is when people share other people's content. So everyone is creating such beautiful art out there. And if they're just posting it on their own pages and their own social media platforms, it's not going to go anywhere. But when people celebrate them and share their work, it really gets out there. So that's why we all work together.
Yeah. And thank you again, Angela, for your kind words when you reviewed Welcome to the Madhouse, the song as well. All right.
Well, I think people who know me, Adam, know that I'm very discerning when it comes to reviewing music. And I wouldn't have put your song, I wouldn't have helped review your song if I didn't like it.
No, it's all good. It's all good. That song sometimes is a bit Marmite to some people. So, right.
Oh, talking of Marmite. Talking of Marmite, completely off topic. It's like non-existent here in Winnipeg. Is it a worldwide shortage, or is it just here?
You guys don't have Marmite?
No, we had it.
What the hell is going on?
No, we had it.
What is that?
We can't get it anymore. I think there's some yeast shortage or something. I was wondering if it was all over the world or just in Canada.
You know what? I need to just like go out and raid somewhere of all their Marmite and send it to you guys.
Yes, that would be fantastic. I had to have bread. I had to have toast with just butter on it today.
I don't think we're really caring about the Marmite shortage.
No, I am.
Well, some folk might. Me personally, I could. Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah, that's that. That's,
you guys could just start a dealership of it. Like, hey, bro, do you want to buy any Marmite?
That's right. Hey, look, next to the watches, it's all right. Yeah.
Do you smoke it or do you eat it?
Anyway, so the Marmite thing that
eat it after you smoke.
So Adam was getting the Marmites. It's like the Marmite thing as well. People love it or they hate it. There's very few people in the middle that go, I can take it or leave it. You know, it's like me, and
hey
you
guys,
just can't live without it.
I'm headed to the beach. I'll be back.
Or you hate it. Okay. So Adam, what the hell? Welcome to Madhouse.
What, me?
Welcome to the Madhouse on the Invisible Man show. Working working together. How did that start? What's going on there?
I have no goddamn idea how that ended up happening. No. I do. No, because I can't entirely remember who reached out first, whether it was me or you. But I was like, I remember thinking about the Invisible Man. Oh, this looks great. I want to go do something with these guys as far as promoting my thing, Adam and the Hellcats. But myself and Kywin, who Angela, you haven't met her, but I think you'd like her a lot. We had been doing some live stream gigs from my front room, taking backing tracks of our stuff and taking out our vocals and performing them via the internet. So I was like, Mark, shall we make the Invisible Man show go heavy for a week? And I remember you saying at the time it was like your highest viewed episode or something.
Yeah, the first Adam and the Hellcats with Kywin on the Invisible Man was and I think still just peaking ahead of the next closest one. I think was Garnet, but mate, just a tiny bit.
Mate, we intend to do another one for You Like It at some point, you know. But we're basically in the last stages of sorting the album out and getting really high quality new backing tracks done. But then, like, I'd been getting prodded by a few friends of mine to do a radio show actually for a while, and I was like, I'm not sure I really want to do it if I'm honest. And then my drummer, also my father, he went, well, those Invisible Man guys have got something good going on. Why don't you do some kind of Facebook Live thing, where you're actually on camera and talking to people, and you don't then have to worry about playlists every week and that. Although I have now been talked into starting a radio show in the new year as well. I'll fill you all in later on that one, but I eventually relented. I've obviously rang Mark and just said, here's what I want to do, something that's a bit more distinctly British and more rock and roll, because that's just my field. I know what I'm talking about there. And I've sent out a whole bunch of messages, some to people who, like, they do well, but they're more on my kind of level of the music. And some were to people who I never thought in my wildest dreams they'd talk to me. Like, obviously, Mark, you remember the episode with CJ Wildheart, where I'm literally trying not to die of fright for the entire thing because the guy is one of my freaking idols. Like, the Wildhearts have never been all that big on your side of the pond, like, although they really want to come back and play. But CJ was actually the first one I even reached out to for the show. And I've just tapped him a message because we've chatted on Facebook occasionally about Wildheart stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get a message in like a couple of days' time going, oh, thanks for the offer, mate, but I'm really busy with the new album and loads of other press stuff. Takes 10 minutes, comes back, oh, awesome, dude. Thanks for reaching out on this. When and how? And it took me 10 minutes to respond because I'm looking at the message like, you what? CJ Wildheart wants to talk to me. What's he doing? What is he doing? But he was one of the most kind of open book kind of people you could ever want to interview. And even though he was episode 2, he was actually the first episode we did, of course. And like, I've also reached out to Gears Butt, who used to play guitar for The Prodigy. And like, again, someone who I've got on all right with when I met him, but I was like, God, he actually wants to deal with me on a more professional level. I was like, what's going on? Although that Gears episode was very funny because for about the first, must have been 20 minutes, he's there chatting and he's still trying to figure out his computer preferences so he could play his guitar for us. And then all of a sudden we just hear coming through the speakers like, yes, you got it working. Yeah. Although
amiga, por favor, can I have another drink here right at my thing here? All right. Hey guys.
Hey up.
Bill, have you got a big free? Nice. You got a big free drink there, umbrella.
Mate, were you flying on some kind of supersonic jet or something? You get to that island way too fast.
No, that was in my little cabana, they call it, whatever. It's a closet, for fuck's sake. It's nice here.
Yeah, you got a flux capacitor attached to that thing or something.
What's that?
You got a flux capacitor attached to that thing or something.
No, you see, during the week I'm in Manitoba. It's too effing cold right now. I made sure I came back to Costa Rica.
Say hi to our premier while you're down there.
Hey?
Yeah.
Oh, the premier is my neighbor, yeah?
Oh, jeez.
Thought I'd come out and get some sun.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But, the only other kind of point I wanted to make on Welcome to the Madhouse, just for anyone watching who hasn't seen it, that first episode with Gears Butt got us a copyright strike, but for the most hilarious reason ever, because a live performance, the algorithm doesn't usually pick it up as such, but he played a song called Enemy Lines by his main band, Janus Stark. Big up Janus Stark, new album, Shay Wrong, awesome. Bought that the other day. Wow. But he sat there and played it, and he's played it so tightly to the record that literally YouTube, it's come up with the album cover from The Great Adventure Cigar that the song was on. And I'm just like, how can it be a copyright strike? It's his freaking song.
But it was like he played it so perfectly
I found
that
it really
picked
funny.
it up. It was the amazing thing was that he played it so perfectly that the algorithm picks it up immediately. It wasn't a week later. It was like right away.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Now all this talk about the Prodigies made me think of like the Voodoo People. Like that's the one song that I'm really familiar. Like just I absolutely love by them. Just that little riff that he does in the middle with the jazz flute over top of it was just like, in 1996 or 97 when I heard that song, it was totally different. That electronica movement hadn't really gotten past like the sewer here in Manitoba. It was just so underground, right? But I remember hearing it and just loved it, and just that's how I found it. I found it when I watched the movie Hackers. It was on the Hackers soundtrack. The movie Hackers. It made onto there.
So Ryan, I have a question. What's the sewer? Is that like a venue or?
No. I mean, sewer is just an analogy or for underground. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, the Osborne Underground.
There was a place called the sewer. I wasn't able to get there.
I'm not sure I'd go for a venue that called itself the sewer. I'd be like a bit like, is this place actually going to be like all together or falling apart at the seams?
Yeah, but imagine the marketing. It'd be hilarious.
But if you played there, you'd have to call yourself the Cockroaches. Okay, let's just want to shout out. I want to shout out to the audience here. We got a few people in the audience want to shout out. We've got Eddie Moll has joined us all the way from. I want to say Bristol, but he's outside of Bristol.
Nailsy, he's from.
There you go. Evan Chandler from the Northern Royals has been with us since before we went live.
Welcome.
Shaleem has joined us again. Hi, Shaleem. Thanks for a regular there. John Goskausitz. Why do I have trouble with that name? I can say it properly in my head, but when I open my mouth, it comes out all wrong. Wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. Thomas Enroth from the Secret Weasels says, good to see all of you. Thanks for supporting the Secret Weasels this year. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And new Weasel music is coming out in 2021. Ian Prochak says,
Thomas,
Happy Holidays.
I love your band name, man. I absolutely love your band name, the Secret Weasels. That's just awesome.
The last Secret Weasel song I played was this past week, and it was their song called "Fuck It."
Okay, and a very classy title that is too.
General good attitude to life, that really, isn't it?
That Adam looks like John Peel. Who's John Peel? I don't know.
He used to be a Radio 1 DJ from the late.
Whoa! Sorry, someone don't know who John Peel is. Like the greatest radio DJ of all time.
That's why
I'll have to look him up, Adam.
He did a late night.
And I sure as hell don't look like him. Who said that?
Hang on a sec. Wait a sec. Just a minute. Shalene put a picture inside the inside there. So do me a favor, Adam. Do this. Kind of tilt your head to the side like this and scowl just a little bit. Yeah, it's right there. It totally looks like you do look like him.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You just need a little bit of the back of hair kind of coming out like this. Just
Can you speak in a very Adam? Can you speak in a very monotone?
Actually, he looks like a relative on my dad's side of the family.
But dude, you're still the Canadian Rob Halford. Come on.
Right on, yeah.
Yours is cooler.
Yep. So, in order for you to get to do the full John Peel, you've got to speak very calm and very monotone, and you've got to get close to your microphone. I can't do the voice.
Say what?
That's right. I can't do the voice, but I remember him from the late night show.
At least you didn't have Paul Harvey, who would go and say a story, and that little boy would grow up to become the mayor of his town. Yeah. This has been Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
And that's why Ryan plays bass.
I love Paul Harvey.
By the looks of it, my mum's watching as well. So, hello, mum. Don't embarrass me.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Mom.
Hello, Adam's mum. Oh, and my mum's
Adam's
probably
mum.
watching as well on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, hi,
Hello,
mum.
Mark.
Hello, Mark's mum. Embarrass him.
And did you hear that? She said it back. I know she did.
That's not what I heard. She said.
So you guys, since we're talking about DJs, we need to mention Howard Manshine, because I'm from Toronto and I came to Winnipeg and heard Howard Manshine, and oh my goodness, I couldn't believe how popular he was and that people actually liked it.
All right. So anybody who has not heard Howard Manshine, I'm going to try and do this here. This is a request from Liam, all right?
Can you go that low?
You gotta sort of sound like you're forcing everything out. I remember hearing, sorry, it's getting a little Jewish there. I remember hearing the Guess Who play in 1967 at what is now the Burton Cummings Theater. Outstanding. Here we go. We're going to play them right now. Sorry, that's a little bit.
Ryan,
I can't really do.
Totally 100% on point. That was perfect.
I'd have to go down. He does have quite a low timbre in his voice.
Yeah.
It would have to be a little bit more. But now I'm going to sound like I'm trying not to crap my pants. So I'm sorry. If by ever chance, Howard Manshine, you were a radio icon for me. So if you do ever see this, I'm sorry.
I think it's a compliment.
And also come on the show.
That we're mentioning him
Yeah.
because he's a big deal here. He's a big deal here.
So Stream says he is Jewish.
For me, it was Howard
there you
Manshine
go.
and brother Jake Edwards.
Ah,
92.1 CITI.
See over.
Yeah,
here.
he was on City. He was on City. I think he's still there. He's been on 92 City FM. Oh, some Costanza was in there. Shalene, make a comment on my.
When I was growing up, it was Wolfman Jack. Did you guys ever hear him? He moved out to BC and worked there for a while, but I don't know if he was ever here.
I remember
He
hearing
was-
recordings of
yeah.
Wolfman Jack, but I've never actually heard a show. That's. I'm gonna make you all feel old because I'm not even 40 yet. So
Yeah, you're
Oh,
a baby.
yeah.
Then
I
this
almost
guy
think
that's
there
not
was
even 30 yet. Come on.
Oh, thank you. I'm not the youngest person on the show anymore.
I almost.
Although it's actually my birthday on New Year's Day still, so.
I think there was a Wolfman Jack show on either KY58 or 1290. What was that called at that time? On the AM dial, anyway, on 1290. Either one of those. I remember hearing that. Well, CJOB used to be a station as well.
Well, CJOB's still around. That's still
I
there.
know, but they don't play music anymore.
No. They're just news.
He did make his way across the country then.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
there's literally one major radio DJ I'll even bother with anymore over here. That's Daniel P. Carter, who does the BBC Radio 1 rock show. It's like for really heavy music, right? Most radio stations here, they don't touch it. Like I've got to rely on like community stations and internet stations and all that. But Daniel P. Carter is the one guy in the country that can walk into the BBC and go, right, I want to do a full live session with Slipknot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the video is online, Angela. I'll find it for you and I'll send it you because it was a BBC live session, Maida Vale Studios. Slipknot these days, they don't play anything less than like the biggest arenas, you know. They're just playing in this tiny little, well, tiny by their standards, recording studio live room to about, I think it was about 60 fans. And like Corey's right up in their faces and that. And that was when I really started listening to Daniel P. Carter because the guy really knows his stuff when it comes to rock music. He's like, well, I'm not just going to play what's commercially acceptable to play. I'm going to play what I like, you know? like I said, I'm starting a radio show in January, and my one condition with the guys I'm doing it with at 99 WNRR, shout out 99 WNRR if anyone's watching, was that basically they can send me whatever they like for consideration. If I don't like it, sorry, they can be the nicest people in the world. They can have the biggest follow in the world. If I don't like it, it ain't getting on the show, really. But they've been really good to me with that. But no, in the UK, the radio things, for the most part, the mainstream radio, it's all gone down the pan these days, really.
Yeah. While we're on this topic, can we all talk about what we think of the future of radio? Like starting with Mark?
Not yet, but first. Yes, we'll definitely do that. We're going to do that right after the video. I just want to make sure we've got some videos, some Christmas greetings from our guests over the last year or two. And they're just going to, I've put them all. We have released some of these on the Facebook page already, but we're going to play all of them today. And this is the first batch. Here we go.
Hey, this is Ron from Dizzy and Deaf. I'd like to wish all the viewers and fans of the Invisible Man Show a very Merry Christmas.
Hello, this is Tom from The Secret Weasels. We would like to wish all of the viewers of The Invisible Man Show a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'd also like to say thank you to Mark, Ryan, and Phil for playing our music and supporting independent music in general. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and take care.
Hi, I'm Amber Epp, and I'd like to wish the viewers and fans of The Invisible Man Show a very Merry Christmas.
This is Luz from Load coming to you from Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Wanting to give a shout out to all the Invisible Man followers and friends. Keep watching.
This is Garnet from South Africa, and if you're watching The Invisible Man Show right now, I just wanted to wish you all a very happy holidays and a peaceful and prosperous new year. See you all in 2021. Cheers, guys.
This is Brandy Vesna, and I'm wishing all of you and The Invisible Man Show a very, very Merry Christmas. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye!
Hey, Evan here from Northern Royals. I just wanted to wish all the fans and viewers of The Invisible Man Show happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And to everyone who supported local music this year, thank you, and we'll see you in the new year.
Hi, my name is Dolly Dunn, and I would like to wish all the viewers and fans of The Invisible Man Show a very Merry Christmas and the most happiest of New Year's. God bless. Bye.
Hi, this is Jacqueline Lovely Paris, singer, songwriter, and frontwoman of the rock theatre band Erin Cross, and you are watching The Invisible Man. Where is he? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. May all your dreams come true.
Here we go.
Loving that.
So we got
I
the
know
rest
Evan's
coming up
watching,
around the
but
show.
Evan, where did you dig up that ugly Christmas sweater? Props to you, man. That's a powerful, ugly sweater right there. I well done, buddy. Like, rock on. Good job.
See, next year's Christmas special, I'll have to get some of the Welcome to the Madhouse guests to do some as well. That'll be funny.
Well, I did reach out to Adam and the Hellcats, and they said no way. They refused. Incredibly rude they were.
There's some expletives in that too that we had to delete.
Oh, jeez. God, what possesses me to work with you? Like,
I think Angela, before we got over to our wonderful guests, just wishing everybody a happy holidays. We're going to talk about the future of radio and what that entails, and we were going to first forward that over to Mark. Mark, what do you think?
There's always going to be a place for radio, I think, until such a time where we can get internet is in the car, we can have specific channels that we can save. Radio was just always so darn convenient. You could leave it on your favorite channel, turn on the radio. If you didn't like it, you could switch the dial, find something you did like. We're not at that place yet. We got a phone, we can find the channels that we want, but you've got to drive with one hand while you're trying to find it, which is illegal. Don't do it. So until that problem's been solved, and there's a way to just turn on your radio or whatever's in the car, I don't think it's ever going to be. The internet's never going to be as big. We've also
Mark, it's probably been a long time since you've had a new vehicle, but the new vehicles are actually being fitted with Spotify and internet.
But again,
internet
right? It's that's going to be they're playing your playlists, and the radio as it was. You would discover stuff. I turn on. Remember in England, I turn on Radio 1, or was it Bob?
Oh hell yeah, you would discover stuff indeed.
Right? And you turn it on, and it would be. In the 1970s and early 1980s, the music was great. It was excellent, right? And it would always be different stuff, and there would be news that would be relevant now, and it could get you through the day if you were doing something where you could have stuff going on in the background. Now, like I said, at the end of your show or your end of your clip, you've got to go look for something else, or you've got to spend the time to queue it up and set it up. That's, I think, is the biggest drawback for Phil. As a fan of Phil, I would have to sit down in my car when I was driving home from work to listen to a show, and then I'd have to open up the app, find his show. Oh, it's the live one. Play it, plug it into my car. It was a big rigmarole, and I think until we've got past that, radio is going to still has a job to do.
But see, now here's the thing. I think the Colorado Phil Show and internet stations like that are the future. People say, "Oh, you're just on the internet," right? But every station is online nowadays, anyways.
Everything's on the internet now,
right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I play on my show, like I always say, local, national, international music. So listeners in different parts of the world, whatever, they're apt to hear some of the top shelf independent music that I play on the show and say, hey, didn't I just see them live not that long ago? You know, that's when like on my show, once things come back to more normal, where there's actually shows to talk about, that's where listeners from Manitoba are going to hear, hey, Plain as Ghosts are playing wherever, the Pyramid, or Load is playing at the Pyramid, or wherever else. That's the only place I'm recalling right now. But that's the ultimate goal. Like, get the listeners listening, following my stuff on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, and clicking on those artists that I tag. You know, I tag them on my page each hour because I want people click on those artists and go see their pages, show them some love. You know, it doesn't cost anything. It's on Facebook.
Yeah,
but it makes the artists feel appreciated.
And as a fan of Phil's show, you will discover a lot of great music there. He's not stuck to a single genre. He'll play all over the place, and because Phil only plays stuff that he loves, and he loves a lot of different stuff. So you are going to find lots of really, really good stuff.
Hey, you know what? We saw what's her name? Garnet. She's from South Africa. I've had her on rotation for years on my show now. And I forget now, we saw Luce as well from Load from Winnipeg, same deal. I started my show January 2nd, 2017, and Load was on there, and a whole, just a handful of Winnipeg bands at the time. Now I'm up to 32, but when I moved to Manitoba, I lost some files there, so I'm kind of trying to reestablish those. But it'll come. And good news, I heard from the station that Manitoba listeners are on the up, and the station is based in Colorado, and they're very, very thrilled about that.
Nice.
Well, you're welcome, Phil, because we've all been promoting you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? Nothing happens without people sharing stuff. That's a big thing.
So all you out there in internet land, like, share, subscribe, and help us all out. All you. I'm looking at you. I'm squishing your heads.
Don't point us rude. We were all very rude then.
I'm pretty sure I actually got some sales of my tunes off the back of being played on the Colorado Phil show. So cheers for that, mate.
Thanks, man.
And here's the thing that I think with the future of radio, and especially as it takes form with Phil's show, we're so used to having radio be, here's your Monday to Friday, here's your morning guys, your afternoon guy, and your evening guy, or their teams or whatever, however the radio stations do it. But these guys have this block of time, and this guy has this block of time, and this guy has this block of time. And so if you had a show that you particularly loved, you kind of had to tune in. If you love the morning show, you're always doing your best to try and catch as much of that morning show as you possibly can, right? What's beautiful about the way things are sort of changing is I can be a fan of Phil's show, but I can go back and I can listen to any episodes that I've missed. If he's, because, you know, I see Phil every week and say, oh yeah, man, I had this band on. Oh, I really like them. I can go back and I can listen to that again without ever having to worry. And I can listen to him. I can listen to 2 of his shows back to back that would normally be, now I have to listen to the afternoon guy. I like this radio station, but I don't not like the afternoon guy. I like the guy who's after him sort of in the evening, but I don't like the afternoon guy. Right. So now I can listen to Phil twice in a row, and then I can fill it with whatever I want. And what's nice is if I have this portable thing, I like what we're doing here. We can have this interaction where we have this sort of chemistry because we can see each other's reactions and engage, and it's nice. And I can watch that and enjoy that on my phone. But if push came to shove and I either didn't have the data or was in a bad data area, I always download that and re-listen to it anytime I want, anywhere I want. And truth is, I'm probably doing it while I'm working, right? And I'm probably doing it while I'm doing something else. And it's just nice to listen and have that there. And that's the beauty part of a radio that's not going to change, right? We're going to have this connection, but now we have the ability to have this connection with people all the way around the world. Right now, we're simultaneously live with Adam on the other side of the world. I mean, Mark's on the other side of town. Angela, I'm not sure what part of town you live in, and Phil's on the
I'm invisible. I'm invisible.
Oh, you're invisible. So we won't say where you are, but you're in another part of Winnipeg and Phil's in another part of the province. Before, to do that with radio, it meant ISDN lines and very specific and hardware stuff that we as independent people couldn't afford. Now we have the tools to be able to do that, and anyone can do it. And I think that can be a double-edged sword, because sometimes you don't necessarily want everybody to be able to do it, you know, but but in this case, when you get a group of people like us, we're similar likes and similar genres, and we have that chemistry, and we can just play off each other like that. It gets to be really special, and it's really enjoyable, not just for the audience, but also for us, right? So, and then that makes it even that much more enjoyable for the audience. So, yeah. So
well, if I could put my hand up now, for me, it was back in the 90s when the Britney Spears of the world and the digital music started coming out, and I was listening to it on the radio, and it was just getting overplay, and it was all pop and crap. And I was also getting tired of listening to my favorite, you know, classic rock albums that I love, but you know, you get kind of tired of that. You want something new. And the new stuff just wasn't appealing to me. And it was so commercialized and so repetitive, and it was only the top bands. And even in Toronto, where they try to push, you know, the local music, which is nice, there was just, the whole sound of music had just changed, and it wasn't making me happy. And that's when I started blogging. Actually, I started blogging in 2010 because I was going out and trying to explore the music scene and find out what was out there, because I was so bored with what I was hearing on radio. And as Ryan said, now you can ingest it as much or as little as you want, just by going online and calling up a show. So just like with the streamed movies, you can just, you know, have an afternoon where you just listen to, you know, Phil's show over and over again, you know, one after the other, or the Invisible Man show one after the other. I like to watch it on YouTube. I have a Roku on my TV, and I can watch YouTube on my TV, and I just watch episode after episode of, you know, whatever music channel I want to watch on YouTube. I love that kind of taking in of music. I think that's excellent. And I love being able to call up Amazon Music when I'm doing housework and just, you know, tell Alexa to play whatever I want, you know? So I love this new world of music that isn't reliant on some DJ deciding what you need to listen to.
Yeah, Phil.
Not that the DJs decide the radio station.
Not anymore. That's all done by a program director. But it's not it's not like when you had this show. So it's interesting. We'll bring it back full circle to Wolfman Jack. In his very early days, I mean, and this is showing me how much of a music nerd I am. In his very early days, Wolfman Jack couldn't get a gig as a radio because he was black, right? So they wouldn't allow him to have a show. So he would go around and make friends with all these local guys. And usually it was the evening guy because they knew that none of the people who owned the studio were probably listening. And he would say, hey, can I have an hour out of your 4-hour block? Yeah. And then they'd say, yeah, no problem. And so then he would go and he would broadcast from there. Right. So, and he would have like this crate of discs or I guess vinyl with him at that point and just do his stuff. And that's when they actually, here's your single, right? We're going to play that single, or we're going to play the entire album of someone's album. We're going to play Led Zeppelin 2 tonight. That's what we're going to do. So there you go. So it's really
and then he had commentary to add to it, which was what made him interesting, right?
Yeah.
So, Ryan, I'm surprised that you know so much about that, but that's exactly my point. The radio DJs don't really have a lot of input now, and so they're not as much fun to listen to. There is the odd guy that has some commentary and can talk about the music in an interesting way, but yeah, I just find radio boring these days. So
I agree.
Thank goodness for Phil's show and other shows.
Angela, you know what? I haven't listened to lamestream radio on purpose for going on 4 years now since I started the show.
Yeah.
All I listen to are independents. 4 hours a day. It's my independent artists that I have connections with around the world. And in my private life, it's independent hip hop and Southern hip hop and all that. But it's independent. I just want to throw in my show, the music, like the order of who I play and whatever, is totally freaking random. Whole system that I got going, and when I go through it once, then I flip it and do it the other way, and then I start another way. Just so it's I want to try to get everybody I have on rotation. And
I'll weigh in with a little something myself here. Obviously, I'm on a regular basis trying to get on whatever radio show I can to promote my stuff. But like I said earlier, I always end up having to rely on either independent sort of community FM stations or internet guys, because the big mainstream radio people, they won't talk to someone like me, even though I know all the same stuff and have all the same patter as these radio pluggers. They just won't talk to me. Mm-hmm. I actually noticed, you guys might know that we signed with a small label called Southwest Hardcore back around when the charity single Rule Britannia came out. And I noticed, compared to how much uptake for radio there normally is with my stuff, Rule Britannia got so much more simply because John Derry, CEO of Southwest Hardcore, was asking, not me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
And then when, as far as the big stations go, they want to be hearing from Sony Records. They don't want to hear from Southwest Hardcore. They go, who the hell's Southwest Hardcore? Or you know what I mean? And like, I've got catchy enough songs that are perfectly radio friendly, mostly.
They say so myself.
Radio friendly mostly.
You're a big occasional big naughty word that comes out.
Yeah. Even when I've got to censor it, I still take the mick out of it, But it's like I made a point of even getting radio edits done for the album because I'm just like, I need to be really plugging away to get on more stations, but it becomes so much work for independent artists that they just kind of sometimes settle into just sort of playing their local area gigs, and that's about it. And sometimes not even releasing anything new, sort of just play for their friends because they don't feel they can get anywhere. My one message to any artist is if you keep banging on the door, eventually these radio stations will start to pick up some notice of you. You know what I mean? I knew nothing about how to do all that a couple of years ago, and now I'm trying it every day. And to be honest, if 10% of the radio stations I contact get back to me, I'm probably on a winner for that day.
Yeah. Hey, Adam, I know exactly what you're talking about. I got into independent music as manager and social media manager for Load out of Winnipeg. And I was running the reverb page and everything like that, entering those free opportunities, as they call them, you know. And independent music artists have it so freaking tough. And I don't get it because it's every bit like on my show, I play some of the classics. Although some of the classics they call classics, I take offense to. Like Motley Crue, I'm not that old, man. It was just like not long ago, I was listening to them all the time. But yeah, I mix those in because, you know, in my mind, they used to be independent as well, right? And they made it. But it catches people's ears so that they stay. And like I got a lot of comments on that. They hear a classic, they'll tell a friend, hey, I heard this classic on there. And then people start listening and they hear the independent music that I play. That's the whole point of the show, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's we can come back to this, but we're running out of time, and I'd like to get the rest of the Christmas greetings that we got from our guests. So we're actually going to play these because we're running so late here. That we'll play these back to back, so just so we can get everybody in. So here we go.
Hey guys and girls, Ray Powers joining you from the Power Cove. I just wanted to, on behalf of everybody at the Invisible Man Show, thank you all for your listenership, your viewership, your devoteeism, and I wanted to extend a blessing for a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy, prosperous 2021.
Hey, this is Glen Foster, and I just want to give a shout out to Mark, Ryan, and Phil, and all the listeners of the Invisible Man Show, and wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Kevin from Batteries Not Included in beautiful Chicago. Wishing everyone a happy and peaceful holiday season. To all in the Invisible Man Show. Music, baby.
Hi, I'm Joy with Vanilla Bass, and on behalf of all the group members and myself, we'd like to wish all the viewers and the fans of the Invisible Man Show a very Merry Christmas. Thank you.
I'm Jack. And I'm Henry. Ed. And we are Wild Horse, and we want to wish you, the viewers and listeners of the Invisible Man Show, a very, very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Here's to better things in 2021. Merry Christmas!
On behalf of all of us here at Black Eyed Susie, we want to wish you an amazing Christmas holiday season.
Happy holidays. Stay safe, guys.
Hey, my name's Jared Adams. I'd like to wish the viewers of the Invisible Man Show a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. We'll see you in 2021.
Hey, this is Doug from Hamfist, wishing everyone who watches the Invisible Man Show an awesome holiday season. Cheers, guys.
Hi, everyone. Ian Krojak here. I just want to wish all the fans and viewers of the Invisible Man Show a wonderful upcoming holiday season and all the best in 2021. Take care. Cheers.
There we go. And we'll go straight to the next one. Now, I don't want to offend any of our previous guests or that coming up, but it's the last one on here. I'm sorry, is my favorite. You'll see why.
Hi, this is Roxanne Ragoon, and I'd like to wish the viewers of the Invisible Man Show a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and all the best in 2021.
Hey, Ryan Webb here, and this just to say thank you to all the listeners of the Invisible Man Show, especially to the presenters, you know, Mark, Ryan, and not forgetting Colorado Phil, the man. So a very Merry Christmas to you all, and thanks for all your support, and see you in 2021.
I'm Eddie Moore, and I'd like to wish all the viewers and fans of the Invisible Man Show a very Merry Christmas.
Christmas, invisible Christmas. It's your 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 Christmas, invisible Christmas. What am I holding up? Nothing! It's invisible! Merry Christmas from Ambulance Head! Richie! Dan! Here! Merry Christmas, America!
There we go.
Way to go, Ambulance Head.
I totally get why that's your favourite, Mark. Big up Ambulance Head.
I think next
Big
year,
up
Ryan, we
Ambulance
practice that
Head.
when we cover it for our Christmas single.
There you go. I didn't realize that Eddie Mole had a kind of Sean Connery thing going on.
Really? Well, you're not on the show.
Very,
Yeah, he comes from as far north in England as you can come from and not be Scottish.
Eddie Mole,
his words,
if
not
you're
mine.
listening, mate, I'm sorry. I just couldn't help myself but point it out.
There we go.
I just love that kind of echo effect that you had, like the very, Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas.
Yeah, so it was that was one of the. He didn't have a camera, but he asked if he could just do it with the audio, and I just threw some pictures in. So yeah,
fair enough.
Well, yeah.
Cheers, Mole.
Okay, we are pretty much at the end of the hour already. Can you believe it? I sent out the show notes to everybody. We had about 15 points, and we covered, I think, 3 of them. So we have to. I was planning on doing 1, maybe 2 songs. We ran out of time. It is a Christmas song, but I think what I'll do is I will do that separately, maybe, and then just do it as a single piece, maybe on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or something. But we got so much stuff. I knew we wouldn't get through it, but to get through so little, I guess we're just all getting on so well.
It is all good.
And I also need to say is this show is not sponsored by Trilex Radio, even despite the fact that we gave a massive shout out to Phil's show through in the middle there. Anyhow, they should pay for it. They should pay us.
And imagine OJustEatIt.ca
as well. Here we go. I don't have everybody's contact information up because it's usually on the screen with us. It is actually in the comments, so not the comments, in the description. So I got a link to Adam and the Hellcats Facebook page. We've got a link to Oh Just Eat It, and as well as the links to Song Club, the Madhouse, and the Invisible Man show. Go to theinvisibleman.ca. You can actually see all the back issues of all of our shows. Most of the Invisible Man show. I think we got a few that didn't make it, really early stuff. But you can download them if you like, if you know how to do it. We won't tell anyone, and you can listen to them later, as we were talking about earlier.
And all previous episodes of Welcome to the Madhouse are downloadable as well.
Yep.
So
that's what I said. Yep. So everything's available on the invisibleman.ca.
There's only 3 of the Madhouse ones so far, but many more to come. And on Wednesday night, Jackie Chambers from Girls' School and Cytherea will be on.
We do have some updates.
I don't know if it's really present worthy, but I wanted to mention to viewers, I won't be taking a holiday break with the Colorado Phil show. I'm just going to keep going live for my own freaking sanity right now. This level red garbage we're in. So tune in live. Mark, you have the info somewhere, or?
I do. Oh, actually, I have the other one queued.
I can spit it out.
I've just got. Here we go. There you go. We've got trilexradio.com in the middle there.
And people can listen Mondays through Fridays. It starts at 12 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central here in the 204, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a 4-hour live show. You'll hear independent music from all around the world: Spain, South Africa, UK, for Queen and Country guys. And that's about it. Have a Merry Christmas, as merry as you can make it.
For sure. Oh, Angela, maybe we should give you a chance just to mention Oh Just Eat It, because we've mentioned it in passing, but what is that about?
Yeah. OJustEatIt.ca is interested in promoting Canadian indie music. There is a ton of amazing Canadian music on the scene today and in the past, and I do my best to share that information with people and let them know what's going on. So I have a new YouTube channel that is a lot of work. I don't love editing video.
He does.
But I think it's important. I think it's important. People like to watch videos, so I've started making videos, and there will be more. Plus, we're doing the Invisible Song Club. We have been doing it on a weekly basis. In the new year, we're going to go to every other week. That'll give me a chance to edit some of my videos, and yeah, so that's on YouTube. Oh, Just Eat It, and you can go to ojusteatit.ca to get links for that.
Perfect. And I don't know if anyone missed that there, but Song Club has been weekly. We're going every 2 weeks, starting the second Sunday of
January 10th.
10th, there we go. 10th. Good. Which then also leads into the this is the last edition of The Invisible Man for 2020. So we're going to return 2021 on January the 9th. With Glass Alice, so that will be fun. Now, Adam, what's going on with Madhouse over Christmas and New Year?
Okay, so a band I really like called Blitz came at me earlier today because they'd seen a couple of previous episodes, and they wanted to do even just a little bonus episode about their single "I Believe in Christmas." Now, usually Christmas songs, not going to lie, I don't like them. But this song was not cheesy at all. It was just Blitz style rock and roll. And I've always liked the band. So me and Mark earlier today recorded an interview with those guys. And you can catch that on Christmas Eve. But this coming Wednesday as well, we have my good friend Jackie Chambers, guitarist of Girls School and Cyteria, coming on the show. Welcome to the Madhouse. He's going to take a 1 week break between Christmas and New Year, but then we're going to be back the first Wednesday in New Year with Jim Kirkpatrick from FM on the show. And I can't tell you yet about all the guests that we've got coming into January, but some of them you're not going to believe they actually want to talk to me, really, but they do somehow. And there's a new Adam and the Hellcats single dropping on the 27th of December, a thing called House of Straw, our first fully acoustic one, which is going to sound really weird to longtime fans, but you're just going to need to trust me on this. It's a cracking, really catchy tune. There's a lot of what you expect from us in there, but a lot that you won't expect from us as well. And then obviously moving into next year, got our album Claws Out in the works. So as soon as that's releasable, you guys will hear about it from me straight up.
Sounds great. And of course, you can find out about all of that stuff on the Adam and the Hellcats Facebook page, as well as the Invisible Man show page as well. We'll be promoting that as well. Now, what I do need to say, actually, just want to point out that we are working on a remix and a little bit of a re-record on our song He's Gonna Find You, which was also known as the Bond song. Adam's going to get involved in that in some way. We'll find out how. I've got a new video that's finished and ready to go, an animated video. Plus, It's All in the Mind also has another video ready to go, even though we haven't finished recording the song yet. But more news about that in the new year. We're not in a rush to get it out, but we're doing lots of musical stuff. Now, as far as the Invisible Man show is concerned, we had it was a lot of fun doing the hangout with Black Eyed Susie, Ian Krochak, and Jared Adams. We're going to repeat that again. We're going to do that again. Only this time, it'll be wall-to-wall music, complete roundtable, song after song after song, and we're going to be doing a lot more of that over this coming year. We've dedicated one every 4 or 5 weeks. Will be just solid music. We'll have lots of It's All in the Mind music as well. Some of it being performed live, some of it recorded, but lots and lots of music, and I'll say far less talking, but it'll be a lot more music centric. So lots to come. We'll send out some notes on what we're doing, and we'll promote it all. So it's exciting stuff. Our family is growing, and we've got some good music coming, and it's woo! Anyhow, and Phil's excited. I can tell.
Totally, man.
So that's your excited face, isn't it, Phil?
And we skipped to Christmas 2021 for fuck's sakes.
Okay.
Anybody that's worried there, I had a devastating fall this week. I hit my ass on the concrete after my feet left me. That knocked the wind right out of me, but I got my elbows back right through my jacket that I had, my parka, and my shoulders everything was sore, and I finally hit the back of my head, and it was a couple of days of really, really bad pain, but now it's getting better. Hold it. I'm too old. I need a stunt double. So if anybody's interested, maybe Rob
no, you get to a certain age.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in.
You get to a certain age where even something as simple as banging your elbow can last for 2 weeks. It still hurts. It still hurts. Anyhow, and that's not a joke. Every time I get in bed, I go, ow.
I just gotten involved with too much work in the construction industry. We were cleaning in behind the couch today, and I had the couch lifted up, and my wife, who's currently we're expecting our second child. Woo! So there's big news for 2021. So she's actually quite far away along. We're probably right around the halfway mark. She was moving, and then she had to drop it, but she didn't tell me, and it went down. And I was like, oh, my back.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm at that age. I am not quite 40 yet. I'm just about there. But it's not the age, it's the mileage.
Hang on, man. It's going to get worse.
All downhill from here.
Okay, well, I do apologize for the people in the audience. I've been chatty. We've been a little involved in our conversation, so I apologize for not calling everybody out.
We miss each other.
Yeah.
Indeed. So thank you very much, everybody that's joined, and thank you for sharing and liking, and we'll catch you in the coming weeks with the Welcome to the Madhouse, and next year for Song Club and for the Invisible Man Show. So thank you very much, everybody. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Okay, everybody, take your turns.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Happy Christmas and Merry New Year!
Here we go. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll catch you all soon. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.
Oh, the invisible man.